thing here to go live. Got Gordie on the phone here, guys. Go ahead.
Speakers. Same thing though, not why I come out here for, but some information. But anyway, at the end of it all, around supper time or so, then there's meetings being had.
What took so long to get everything going? It's just everyone was late, or?
Yeah, so they wanted to wait till everybody got there. Yesterday, when all the speaking was going on, there was probably 1,500 people there. It was still filled up pretty good.
Okay.
And then all the speaking, because, well, I don't know. Nobody really knows who's up to date on whatever. So for me, it's nothing, but and a lot of us, it's nothing. We all know. But anyway, they did all these speaking things. And while that was going on, they had what they call the suggestion box kind of thing. And that was for people to, obviously have plans or ideas or what have you. Anyway, then last night, we went into, there was some fireside chats where people could talk about things and ideas. Anyway, then we had a big meeting last night, and it was open to the public. There was, so it started out the main guys were gonna have a sit down and go over some ideas and plans and things like that. And then, as it turns out, the vast majority of people that came there for the same reason, solution. And
right.
If they having a closed door meeting, which was no malintent, by the way, but to have one of them closed door meetings, people were going to get fucking livid.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, so it was an open door meeting, so that went on. So that's difficult to manage because now you've got a bunch of people trying to talk over each other, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, so didn't Dominic or one of them guys say that the only people allowed to speak are going to be those that have solutions? We don't need to hear about the problems anymore. We already know.
Yeah, but going into that meeting last night, and that suggestion box meeting, there was a lot of people that were upset as if it was not going to be open.
Right.
So we ended up opening it up, and it was it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and we come up with a few things out of that. They were supposed to be following up on it this morning.
So is it total blackout down there? Tell the folks where you are. You're not down where the conference is because there's no cell service at all there. Is there internet?
No, there's nothing. It's sketchy. I watched 5 minutes of videos last night, and I couldn't get no more stuff to load on my phone. So it's coming in and coming out, and I don't know. So the place is in Clandon, Boyne, as everybody's aware, and that started yesterday morning. So when I get up yesterday morning, I tried to get your invite,
right,
and then go on there with that and get that geared up, which should have been easy because I just watched YouTube the night before.
Yeah, all you got to do is go to your email there. I sent you an invite. Just accept it, and then you can go live.
Yeah. So, but YouTube wouldn't even load. It wouldn't even load the choice screen. It would just spin. So then I went to my Facebook. I tried to do it live. It would count down, and once it got down to 1, it would stop. It wouldn't go no further.
Wow.
I tried to send you a message on Facebook yesterday, and I think that took forever. I don't know how long that before you actually seen it.
Yeah, pretty much the only communique I had from you was from Bob there, who sent me that email to tell me that the service was out. That's why you couldn't call me.
Yeah, so I was trying, and actually, I ran into Bob in there, and we were talking, and he told me, and so that's kind of what I figured, because I knew the day was going to go like it kind of went. It was going to be tied up, and the only way I could get in touch was get out of town, but I didn't know if I'd be able to get out of town. Because it was so busy. So then, and lucky enough, it was Bill, I think, Bill Classen.
Bill, yeah, sorry. I thought his name was Bob, but it's Bill.
Yeah, anyway, so, and reply to his email with your Rumble link, by the something.
Yep.
He had a hard time finding it. Anyway, so yeah, and then I said, well, Bill, I said, could you, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. So I gave him your email and just to make sure that you weren't thinking something bad went down or whatever, but I couldn't get.
No, I knew something was up because I couldn't get a hold of anybody else either. So I knew there was something going on down there. Seems awfully suspicious, bud.
I didn't want to leave because like during everything that's going on, because then I'm missing what I'm there for.
Right.
So I had to try to find a time when it was, somewhat kosher to get out. Anyway, so I don't know what today's gonna play. Like I know today there's more meetings. Doug Force is doing a couple seminars on allodial titles and some common law stuff like that. So I'm gonna go check that stuff out too. But there is some more meetings taking place this morning. And some more, more ideas are coming out. There's some pretty good stuff coming out of it.
Few thousand people, you said?
Yeah, yesterday. There's a lot of people clearing out this morning because I think that they figured yesterday was the day. I guess I don't really know why, but I noticed when I came out this morning to get in touch with you that there was a lot of people starting to back up and clear out.
Right. Well, I hope something constructive comes out of it because we have to have some sort of plan moving forward. Did they mention anything about how many police have been served or any idea?
No. No, I don't know. Nobody really brought that into it too much. How many police have been served? We got an idea. Everybody just kind of guessing how many will be there if we, how many will cross the line in the event that they have a choice to.
Right.
I guess the big thing is we got to step forward. We got to be the ones to step forward first, and then just have faith that some of them are going to come with us. It is what it is, I guess. I'll see if I can find out more numbers on the police today.
Yeah, that seems awful pathetic, though. I mean, really, we got a huge country of 30-some million people here, and we can't find enough people to stand up to do what needs to get done.
Yeah, well, I know there's a lot of apathy, man. You know that from Nova Scotia. Like, these guys over here have it better than we have it. Like, they can go and do a lot of things. So some of the things that they're saying, I think one example is, West people saying, like, well, the next time they drop a mandate, we're not going to abide by it. And it doesn't matter if we're crashing through roadblocks or what have you. And
right.
Like, yeah, that's a great idea for you guys with lots of support. But let's say that our action event is going to be Ottawa. You guys are all crashing through roadblocks to get to Ottawa. Now tell me how you figure three of us in Nova Scotia are going to be able to crash through the roadblocks and make it to Ottawa.
Toker Talk was asking if anybody was streaming it, and I guess the answer is no, Toker, because there's no internet service or cell phone service mysteriously down there now.
It got shut down yesterday morning. Everything did, yeah.
So nobody has any live coverage other than that one video you had when you first got there on your Facebook page.
There's no lives coming out at all, yeah. Nothing. So what I did is all I could do, obviously we're not having cell phones in the meetings when we're talking about the plans.
Right.
But all of the videos, all of the speaking, I videoed all the speaking, like all the speeches and stuff, right? So getting out of town, I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that this morning because I got to get back into the meeting. But I have all of that.
Yeah, we'll get it on here as soon as we can.
Yeah. So all of the speeches and stuff like that. And then, like I said today, there's more meetings going on today. Of course, doing things. I don't know exactly what's going on. And like, I don't know if they're going to go do anything.
Somebody was asking me if they were using a Stingray device down there, and that's probably exactly what they're doing. They're blocking all the communique, like all the cell phone towers and all the internet wireless providers down that way.
There's a tower right there, right beside us. So I don't know if they shut that tower down. I don't know how they did it, but they did. They hit everything. And so you imagine, did I say 1,500 people? Let's just say, and everybody with cell phones, like that would have blew up, man.
Well, you don't see anything about it, and everyone was saying, "Where do we get coverage of this?" No one's covering it. Well, obviously they're not.
There is no coverage. thing with that. And this is what I said. First of all, that's not even legal. Not that I care about legal, because that's cool corruption, but that's the government. That's not. They don't even have the right to censor.
No, they don't.
So they're going again beyond their rights and abilities, or whatever that they call it, to do whatever the frig they want to do to shut shit down. So this again is another piece of that evidence.
Well, when are people going to realize that we're going to have to stop not caring what they say or what they do in order to get our freedom back? We're going to just have to not care anymore what they say or do and just do it anyway.
Oh no, there's the people out here, like, yeah, the people aren't too concerned about that. There's still them people that are trying to do it in that way that everybody's happy and politically correct and all that bullshit, but
who cares about that?
Men, women, whatever out here that they're ready to go, bro. And yeah, so today will be some more organizing on some plans and things like that. There's a few of them that they're talking about, and I don't know. See what they decide.
Sonia Martin says you cannot plan openly. No, you're right, Sonia. You can't, and we're not. But you can't have an event like this without telling anybody, because nobody will show up. You have to put the word out there and take a chance that the wrong ears are going to hear it, which they obviously have, because there's no internet service been cut off.
The issue there is what they have no right, legal, and they have no rights to be doing what they're doing. They have no rights to freaking shut down.
No.
They don't have no rights
to
censor that.
Why don't we go to the House of Commons next time they're doing a sitting and get a Stingray device and block it so it can't be put out by television? They're allowed to do it. Why can't we do it?
Right. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. So it's again another overreach. And I'm sure even all the naysayers about this event back home that we know, I'm sure they would have been watching. This would have went.
Would have went super viral.
Yeah, this is across the world. Like, people across the world are paying attention to this, and from a bunch of different things. Like just from your channel and all the other shit. Like, this would have friggin' went crazy, man, if we could have got it out.
And it still may.
It would have been just like the convoy, only in a smaller segment. You know what I mean? People were watching because people want action. People want plans. That's what this is about.
Well, I hear that they got plans for Ottawa. They got marches planned there at the end of the month for down there. So
yeah,
who knows?
The native lady that's got the GP up at the legislature in Winnipeg. She's there. She was there. She spoke briefly. They got a GP there now. I was there last night till 3 o'clock in the morning with them, listening to them talking and learning or what have you. Her guy, Eagle Eye, he's like common law, I guess common law, natural law, whatever you want to call it. It's
right.
The same, but the language, you know what I mean?
Slightly different.
And everything, and the verbiage that he's like slick as a whistle, but and
yeah.
So they know their stuff, and she's there to help. And she's trying to tell people, like, some of the stuff people want to do is not the right thing to do because you're still playing their game. And she's stepping outside of their game, which is what we say we should be doing.
Absolutely. And see, what about all these naysayers, though, that are saying, don't go, it's a false flag, there's going to be violence. Has there been any violence up there?
No,
what, a squirrel get run over in the parking lot down in Clandeboye? That's probably about as violent as it got.
Listen, all those people that say that, first of all, they can no longer be considered freedom people.
They're not. They won't get off their ass.
They can no longer be considered leaders of the freedom movement or group because they should be here. This is the event where the plans are coming. They don't have any plans, so they become irrelevant at this point.
Yep. If you're not willing to stand now, I'm not going to call you my brother. Sorry, but that's just the way it is.
And the thing with it is, so last night coming out of the meeting at 1 o'clock, I'm talking to this lady that I met from Prince George. What's your vibe and whatever. So the thing, for me, what I was impressed with the most was, even though it made for a massively long, chaotic kind of meeting last night, the vast majority of those people that came out there yesterday and that were hung around last night around the fire trying to come up with plans or whatever, they came for the same reason I went there. They didn't come there for a rally. They didn't come there to listen to people speak. They didn't come there to have some kumbaya moment.
Well, we're not going there to just to light sparklers and sing kumbaya by the campfire. We need real solutions.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The vast majority of the people that were there came there for that same purpose. Men, women, old people, older women, like all of them. And they were in the meeting, and they didn't, you know what I mean? That's what the impressive thing was. It wasn't just like there was 20 of us that were trying to find solutions, and the rest were just kind of there to watch the event.
Right.
Everybody that was there was for that same reason.
And they were participating.
Yes. And so they filled this suggestion box with ideas, and some of them were good, and some of them, you know, had already been covered or tried or whatever. They got these flyers all through the field, fireside chat, and some good stuff come out of that.
Well, make sure you get that on video, or somebody does, because people need to see that. And just someone here asked if there's going to be some videos recorded and uploaded later, and the answer is yes. There'll be some footage. Gordie's got some. I'm sure there's going to be some other footage we can get.
Yeah. So the videos that I have, the only videos that I have is the videos of the speeches. There's no videos of any of the planning or anything like that.
For obvious reasons.
No cell phones are allowed in there, and especially when that's a wide open meeting, because nobody knows who everybody is. Nobody knows if there's plants there. Nobody, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. You don't know who's listening.
Right. That's on purpose. So there's a segment of us that know each other, but outside of that, we don't. Anyway, so there's not going to be no videos of any plan. So the best I can do on that level, outside of the speaking, is kind of do my own video live. If I can get on at some point, they'll open the internet back up out there and kind of just give people a walkthrough of how things went with all.
Yeah, you know when they'll open it up, Gordie, it'll be Tuesday morning. Yeah. Whenever they figure everybody's gone home.
Probably gonna have to happen is if things lighten up tonight, early tonight. I'll have to come back out of town and touch base with you. Probably even call.
Right. So. No. Even if it's at night, I don't care. I mean, I'll get out of bed for this. It's that important.
Yeah.
You know, just call me or text me or send some sort of alarm to me, and I'll get up and we'll get it done. I'll get something geared up. And you know what? The Freedom community in Nova Scotia completely silent. Not a damn word said about it other than what I'm saying and what I've been posting on Facebook. No one's put a thing. Nothing. Not even recognizing that there are people from the Freedom community in Nova Scotia up there.
So here's the thing, right? So you guys can say whatever. We're not. This isn't just a bunch of dummies here. Typico is a clan mother, like, and she's going to Ottawa, and I'm telling you, man, I don't completely understand her, like what their whole thing is, but she's powerful.
Yeah.
She's been on the Parliament lawn, on the legislature.
Yes, in Alberta.
With the TP for months.
Yep.
Months now.
That's awesome.
They can't take her. They've taken her by Eagle Eye, the guy that helps teach her English and so on, or taught her English. They've arrested him twice, and they released him just because of her, on her request.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple. They released him on her request. She went, and she's the one that addressed the Pope. Women aren't supposed to speak to the Pope.
Right.
She never had tickets. They just got on the bus. 2 or 3 of them got on a bus, and somehow they ended up with VIP tickets, floor seats, whatever. And then she spoke to the Pope. Nobody's allowed to do that. Women are not allowed to do that. She was never arrested, never touched. She's going to Ottawa. She's gone. And you know how they lock down Parliament? Parliament is like, now there's like, you've seen on Canada Day, when they're checking the kids with the scanners to go into Parliament lawn.
Yep.
They're going in there and building a teepee. And when you see that happen, you got to realize how powerful that is. That they're not stopping her from doing that, or not trying to stop her from doing that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's the thing. And then so also, Daniel Nagus, he was there all night. He was there in the meetings. I met him. He's a good guy. He spoke, and he's the doctor from out here that treated them people with ivermectin, cured them, and then people that he treated were actually on ventilators, and they were close to death when he came in and did his work. And he actually went down to a veterinary clinic and bought the ivermectin himself, and he treated them 3 people. He saved their lives, and then they fired him. And that's what we're up against, right?
Well, I know, but it's just frustrating. I mean, especially since I'm not able to be down there with you, to know exactly what's going on, and people are feeling the frustration around, like here too, and on the channel.
What I'm saying is, the people that are here, like for them people to not acknowledge that or make it like it's some Daniel Legacy on his own is a pretty well respected name in this whole movement, community, whatever, because of what he's done. And he's speaking out. He's not one of them doctors that are scared anymore.
Right.
He's always speaking out about this.
We got to be careful about what we say about that. But anyway, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I know, I'm not saying anything like that, but he's always speaking out. He's angry, and he's so angry. Like, to listen to him talk.
It's like Dr. Martin.
Talk to him personally, right?
Yeah.
He's angry at what's going on and how corrupt and crooked this is. And now he's a doctor that lost his job for saving lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so,
years ago, you'd be a hero if you did that.
That's right, and he's getting thrown under the bus. So there's real people. Like, this isn't just a bunch of I don't know, hicks or whatever that are coming together. Like, this is like a legitimately big deal. And for all those wingnuts back home to blow it off, false flag, all this bullshit. Well, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well,
they're insignificant.
They're not relevant to the conversation anymore, right? We've outgrown them.
No, they're not, and they're in the way, and they're no longer going to be in the way.
Right.
I will no longer bite my tongue for those people anymore.
No.
This was their opportunity, and I bit my tongue long enough.
Yep, that's right. No, for sure.
Everything's moving forward. Everything's going good. I apologize to everybody for what happened. Of course, it's not my fault, but it would have been so much more powerful if you guys could have seen what was taking place, seen the TP being built, seeing the people that were in there like last night and learning and yeah, it just, I don't know. It's hard.
Well, we wanted to stream it live so that the folks could really get a feel for what's going on, right? Yeah. Because what happens here is important to what happens down the States. What happens in the States and other places is important to what happens here. So it's all, like I said, it's all the same snake, right?
Everybody says that, and that's part of the conversation that we're having. Like, this is what we do here, what we come out of here with, the plans that come from this. This is gonna, like, everybody's conscious that this is a world thing, and people around the world are gonna be following this, and hopefully some of these plans are tying in with the U.S., which is a good thing, and hopefully this really does start a massive movement across the entire world where people start realizing that, you know what, it's time to go do something.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. And we're not going to say what, but I mean,
long and frustrating. It wasn't just me. Like,
right.
Coming into yesterday afternoon, listening to the speakers and stuff like that. So there's really nothing that I learned in that because I'm pretty aware, and you know that.
Yep.
But the frustration was building, and then so I went over and Marcus was off at the side, and I spoke with him, and I said, "Bro, what's the deal?"
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And he's like, I said, like, anyway, right away he knew what was up, and he's like, he said, so here's the thing. So there's another lady there, Svetlana. She's a nurse that lost her job, and she started her own wellness clinic, Ezra Wellness Clinic.
Right on. Yeah.
Anyway, she lost her license, the whole 9 yards, but she does that now. Anyway, so Daniel Legacy, these people gotta understand, these people are followed all the time. Nobody really knows when they're gonna try to pick these people up or whatever the case may be, right? So there is really no itinerary, so everybody's kind of having to wait and see how things play out. So I was told at that point, because of the frustration, he said, yeah, just calm down. He said, so this is how it is. We're doing these speeches, so we know that everybody here is kind of up to date. He said, I know you are, but we don't know everybody else. And then we're going to go into these meetings
Too many years.
Yeah, and these people don't know how safe they are traveling. Dr. Agassi was followed there yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Followed all the time.
Can you imagine the amount of money they're spending on following people who just want their freedom back? They're spending taxpayers' money on us.
Exactly, right. And he's been beat up before. He's been locked up before. And so these people are hyper aware of this kind of stuff. And then the same thing, there's some gentlemen I met from Ontario that were the same way. They were frustrated going into yesterday afternoon, but now everybody is on the right page and we're moving forward.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that there's some positive coming out of it, and hopefully more in the today and this evening.
Yeah, there will be more ironing out some plans and some other things going on like that, and and so I don't think we'll be going like long into the night tonight, so I'm gonna try to get out again this evening and touch base.
Well, don't they understand that you can't silence truth? No matter how much you try and how many evil forces you put against it, you can't silence it. You can't silence the people that want to speak the truth either. Not all of them. Not all of them. They don't have enough prisons for us. They don't have enough dungeons.
No, but what they've been successful with is fear. And still, that being said, a lot of people did not show up yesterday based on fear.
A rumor that wasn't substantiated, and I knew it wouldn't be substantiated, saying that the police are going to show up. And like I said, what's the crime? Who's the victim? There's been no crime committed.
We know that, but the people that are on the cut, like there's people that are just aren't willing to take any risk.
Well, listen, brother, if you're not willing to take any risk in this fight, then you're going to lose.
Oh, I know that. I told a lady that last night. She's there, this elderly lady, and she's like, she's got all these people that, get it and they're ready to go, but they're scared and this and that. So I told her that same thing. I said, listen, it's simple. You can't be afraid. Whatever you're afraid to lose, they're going to take from you anyway.
You've already lost it.
So you might as well fight. You got nothing to lose in a fight, everything to gain.
It's not just Trudeau that's the problem. Helen here says Canadians are not afraid of Trudeau. He's just a puppet. He's a puppet.
Yeah, he's just a puppet. So there you go. There's a local Manitoban with his fishing boat and a couple flags, and he sees me sitting here in the parking lot, and I got some Freedom Convoy stickers on Travis's car.
Right.
And he had to toot the horn at me and give me the thumbs up.
Well, there you go, right?
Yes, sir. So
it's a different climate in the West, isn't it?
What's that?
It's a different climate in the West, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been, by the way, it's cold as a mother out here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I brought my tent and I'm not using it, but sleeping in the car is cold, man. Like, out here, I don't know what it is, man. In the evening, it is cold.
6 degrees, 7 degrees, probably.
Oh, man, it's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I mean, I'm still surviving, so it's all good that way, but.
Right on.
So, yeah, yesterday was actually, I probably still haven't put it all together. I'll have to write some notes and stuff like that, but.
Yep.
I wanted to get it this morning, and I tried to answer your call.
I know, brother. I know. And it's not your fault. And I totally knew what was going on anyway after last night. That's why I didn't go on YouTube here and do any type of a video, because I didn't have anything to tell you guys. I didn't know what was happening until right now.
Yeah. So the Canadian government shut us down, and that's unfortunate because this really would have went so viral so fast.
Well, it's not over yet, and it's still May.
Once these people get outside and start there'll be some other people that don't have as much to do as I do that are there that probably will start. So there may be some videos and stuff start leaking out today. For me, I just won't have the time to do it today. I don't think until maybe tonight.
No worries, brother.
I gotta be in there doing stuff.
Yep.
I ain't gonna have the time to do it. But I do have all the videos of the speeches and stuff like that. So
it's more important, I think, to focus on what's going on there. And be in the moment as much as you can, because you need to carry this back with you.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But don't think because of this little hiccup, guys, that the fight is over. It's not even begun. We're just getting ramped up. We're never gonna quit.
Fight is just getting started. majority of the mindset is our time is short. So everybody's on the same page. We need to do something. We need to do something sooner than later. We've only got so much time, so that we're all going in that right direction.
Yep.
And,
right on.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was a long day, a long night, and it was frustrating because you couldn't get nothing out. It would have been so much better to just do lives, run lives all day.
Well, if it comes up later, you know how to do it. Just get on my YouTube here and then just click go live and put a title in and a description, and then just keep following the directions, and then hit the go live button and you're rolling.
Yeah, so we'll see if they let us out of there, but I don't think they're going to. You're probably right. I don't think they're going to release the shutdown.
Oh, yeah. They'll figure there'll be stragglers hanging around till Tuesday probably, so it'll be safe to turn it back on Tuesday. Watch, you'll go there, and you could go there on Tuesday, and you could live stream in 4K, and there'd be no problem at all.
It's hard to say though, because like I said, there's people that are leaving today, so the field is not near as packed as it was, and they're always going overhead with planes, so I know they know how many people are there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they may open it up, figuring that okay, the gist of it's over and stuff like that. It's hard to say. They may open it up, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, right on.
So here's an interesting little tidbit for you. A little bit of irony that I noticed right away, and I never mentioned to you yet. So Wild West Ranch. So it's just a big field, and she's got some things built there and some buildings and whatever. It's pretty cool little spot. But as you're walking through the field, where the campers are, and my car and the tents and so on, the entire field is filthy with crickets and grasshoppers.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
What is the deal with crickets and grasshoppers right now?
There's an awful pile of them, is there?
Yeah, but isn't that? And then the funny thing is that's what they think we're gonna get
right.
protein from.
No, thanks. You know what I mean? No, I like meat. I'm a meat eater.
So she's like setting. I joke with these people, but I'm like, man, the way this goes with the government, like she's setting on a gold mine. Just harvest these crickets. You know what I mean?
Start selling them to all the plants in Ontario, New Brunswick.
And I don't hardly hear any back home, but man, they're everywhere.
There's one in New Brunswick, yeah. But you mean in the wild, crickets and grasshoppers? Yeah. I've got a few of them up here, but they're not like rampant or anything.
Not like they used to be. They used to be there used to be a fair bit around, I would think.
I walked out the door the other day. There was a big old bullfrog right on the walk. I haven't seen one of them in a while. He was just sitting there, standing there.
So we're not going without our protein out here. That's one good piece of news. We've got a field full of crickets.
Right on. Lots to eat then. That's cool.
Lots to eat. Shish kebabs on the open fire.
Yeah, cool. Right on. Well, I'll let you go, brother. If you got more, get a hold of me. I don't care if it's late. We'll go on late. And guys, we might go on live late tonight, so be watching.
Yeah, I'll see what happens and get out here sometime tonight, and we'll get caught up.
Okay, brother. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you guys too. Much love to everybody.
Thanks for everything you're doing.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, brother. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
So there it is. There's what's going on. That's why it's been such a delay, me getting information out to you folks. And as far as I know, we're the only ones covering this. So if you want to know what's happening, share this video, please, to everybody in your Freedom family or even outside your Freedom family. And let's get this thing going. And, the media is not out there covering it. Nobody's covering it. So nobody even knows what's going on. And that whole thing with the communication debacle down there, that seems a little more than suspicious, I would think. But in any case, let's just go around the media. Let's just get it out on our own. Share this video with everybody you know. Just send it. Just start sending it out. I'm going to do the same thing. Get on here and send it to every group that I have. And it's a good thing we got Gordon down there on the ground, and he's thirsty to get the information to you, or we wouldn't hear anything. Because I tried calling some other people that I know that I couldn't get them either because it's a blockout. Like when he got there Friday, he did a live video. I was talking to him fine Saturday on the phone and everything down there, and all of a sudden dead, nothing. So that's a little more than strange, I would think. But anyway, like I said, they can't keep us down, guys. It's impossible. There's just too many of us that want freedom. They're not going to be able to handle us all. It's just not going to be able to be done. So just stay proud, stay true to yourself, stay free in your heart, you know, and be the best person you can be. Be kind and be wise, right? I think somebody said here, be wise as a serpent, right? And you know, be smart about it. And don't worry, no one's going to do anything stupid at this point in the game. We know what's at risk, okay? So don't worry about any of that. That's not going to take place. If anything stupid happens, it's going to be more of the same from them, not from us. So anyway, thanks for being on here. I know it's the middle of the Sunday, and I'll let you get back to what you were doing. But be tuned in, guys. Give this video a thumbs up, a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and get the videos out, please. That's how you fight. That's how you fight from home, is get these videos out to everybody you know. It doesn't have to be Canadians, Americans, wherever you are. There's a guy on here from Ireland. Send them out to your friends in Ireland. Send them to everybody. We need to get the information out so that the media can't stifle our voice, because it's trying hard right now. You know, the ship's crumbling whenever they're trying extra hard to do something. You imagine the logistics it would have taken to go down there to block all this communique down there this weekend. It would have been massive. So anyway, we're having an effect. Our voices are being heard, and our voices are having an effect, whether they want to admit it or not. But it is. So in any case, God bless you guys. Thumbs up and stay free. Most important of all. Bye.